No. You know, horrible people, horrible platform. Trust no one.
This is Black Diamond. She is the most powerful diamond, and she's also the—
Yo, there's too many minorities, bro. I can't oh my god. What's taking you so long to report those minorities? I can't report about all these minorities, bro. The computer's mainframe malfunction, server board's firmware just broke. What do you mean the system mainframe's been overloaded with too many capacitor fluxes? I can't do all these minority reports, bro. There's too many minority reports to fit in this. There can't possibly be that many minorities. Half of the minority reports, you know? I'm talking about furries. Furries. Okay, furry. Very sorry, sir.
We'll never get free. Lamb to the slaughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Said none other than Jordan Edward Benjamin in his 2017 hit single Blood Water, exposing corporate greed and political corruption. Today we're gonna be talking about furries.
And we discovered that this place is littered with furries.
Or in particular, Clapped Seal. Or as a lot of you guys know him as, the Martin Luther King guy.
Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. This passage can be found in a 1963 book, Strength to Love, authored by none other than Martin Luther King.
This guy started his video about furry journalism with a Martin Luther King quote. Now this is the worst intro on YouTube, you know? There's that one Just the Robot video where he's taking a shit. I don't think you can beat that one. Seriously, what was he thinking when he made that? That was horrifying. Salt on the eyeballs even. This is not even remotely near the worst intro on YouTube. It's pretty stupid though. I think I would know something about intros.
I'm really loving where my life is heading right now. My career is taking off in ways I couldn't have imagined.
For those who don't know, Clap Seal is a furry YouTube commentator with 47,000 subscribers who recently got in a little bit of controversy for making a video called Are Furries a Minority Group? What is a furry? Now in this 45-minute video he made, it takes him 45 minutes to make the point that furries are not a minority. Watching it, there was a couple points I didn't really understand. I think some things he got wrong, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I'm like a master at summarizing things. I could summarize this whole video in about a minute.
Just around the idea of labeling furries as a minority group.
Why is it 45 minutes and 50 seconds?
Over 40 years, furries have established themselves as a subculture of society. Or if it weren't for the misinformative news journalism and the negative public reception, any incentive to add such a label onto it.
Can I tell you why furries are so hated?
Because they would send porn in just like random places.
The suicidality, anxiety, and depression amongst furry populations. Assaulted on the street or even stoned on the street, which can cause paranoia. Paranoia to walk the same street.
Yeah, that's the buffalo shooter right there.
The funniest part is that was drawn by a black person.
Yes, it was. That
caused this shooting. But mentally ill furry. A gun didn't do it. A white supremacist didn't do it. A sick and demented furry did it. This is based on my own belief. I believe a well-inclusive label for the furry community is an emergent minority with sub-minority characteristics.
Emergent minority. So they're not a minority, but they're on their way to becoming a minority.
No, that's quite the opposite. It's getting more and more popular. There's more and more people in it.
3. Most claims typically sway towards harm to children and sexual deviancy.
Which they still do.
Furry days are over when I'm governor.
I just can't see why it would take 45 minutes to make the point that they are sub-minority, meaning they're not a minority yet. I really don't understand, especially since more and more people are becoming furries now. It's more and more popular. I guess it's more and more accepted too. I don't really agree with this. I can't see making it about 45 minutes long to make this one point and then changing the title to be about titles instead of the minority title. I don't understand. Yeah, I really don't know. You know, I have seen so many freaky furries, you know, online. I've seen horrible images, horrible things have been said, you know, quite scary things have been said. There's all like groomers and pedophiles and people that like little children, you know. There's often little children in it that are attracted to adults. So I really don't know. There's so much you can say about it, really. You know, yours truly has been groomed by a freaky furry online. I think we can all relate to that. You know, what if it was the buffalo shooter that groomed me online? What if it was the buffalo shooter that was sending me pictures of his wiener online? So he sent pictures of his wiener to me, and then he shot all those people at the grocery store. They're blaming him for being white and racist or something like that because he got exposed online. So, you know, sometimes you gotta to distract from the allegations by doing something more extreme. So maybe it was like a little plot to escape allegations from being exposed on Twitter. And that's probably what the liberal mass media doesn't want you to know. That's his deep, dark secret that he enclosed, you know? But basically, yeah, I really don't think Clapseal needed to take a minute, or I'm sorry, I don't think he needed to take 45 minutes to make this video. I think you could summarize it up in about good 10-15 minutes. There is a lot of false reporting about it, saying that a lot of furries, not all furries are weirdos that like children and gay porn and stuff like that, but most of them do. Some of them like gay porn with children in it. What if there was a guy that liked to expose furries that actually ended up turning out to be a furry and would defend weird people like Blue Wolf, that person that would shit on a plate? Like, how can you actually support her after there's videos of her shitting on a plate? You cannot post that online. And then I don't understand why all these people are supporting her. There's a video of her defecating on a plate. She took a fat steaming shit on a plate.
40, 30, 20, 10.
So there's this person that was really popular on Twitter. Her name was Lego Shrama. I don't know how to say it because I'm retarded, you know. But basically, to recap her whole account, her account was that she was a furry and she was transgender, and that was basically the whole gimmick. And she had a Discord server which you had to pay to talk to her in a way. There was like a private channel where you could join her live streams and talk to her and be in the live stream. I don't know why would you pay. It was a monthly subscription. Her server was actually the first server I've ever seen where there was a subscription to. I didn't think you could ever subscribe to a Discord server. You know, next thing you know, you figure out she likes armpits and little kids. Was exposed for liking kids just recently. So the person that Lego was using sexually on Discord reported her to the police, which I then tried to get the body camera footage, and then they have a broken FOIA system, and then I called them and they gave me a broken email address and I never got anything, and then Gmail can't send the email, so the FOIA system sucks. And then I tried to call the county, and then the county told me to call the police department, and then the police department told me to go email the same thing, which I ended up getting nowhere with. I can't just be like other police departments which have GovQA, which is really easy to use. But basically, yeah, she posted a screenshot saying, "Until I see you again." This is really funny to me. Police come to your house because you're using people sexually online, and your first response to that is to post a picture of it and then go to Twitter saying, "I'm gonna beat the allegations, guys. See you next time." Which is honestly a W response. He broke in away a single minute. He walked outside and took a photo of the police outside his house the moment they showed up. The really ironic thing about this is that their whole, you know, one of the whole things they would post about on Twitter is about how people being pedophiles and liking children, but then the person that exposes other bad people is actually the bad person all along. Maybe she was reflecting in a way. Maybe she knows she likes little kids, so then she exposed other people, so other people are distracted by her liking kids herself. You know, I really don't know what Anthony was going for when he said he liked armpits. You know, a lot of these messages he sent to this minor were really down bad. I think armpits is the worst thing. You know, at least she doesn't like shitting on a plate like Blue Wolf, which is a really big fan of Blue Wolf, even had her in a Discord server. The moment you catch me saying, "Oh my god, you so cute when you come for mommy, don't worry, mine too, come for mommy," well then, wanna be milked, you freaky girl, damn. Cause your gawk living rent-free in my head. Need help with that? Oh, puppy having trouble. Still cute either way. That's the goal. Under lock and key goes crazy. If you hear me say that, if you hear me say things like, "But what if Hitler was a cute trans girl?" Not gonna lie, it's hard to tell when you're horny, lol. You can't say these things. You can't say these things to minors. Why? I wouldn't say these things to anyone, especially minors though. Why? You know, doing furry roleplay, saying stuff like, "I maneuver my tongue, exploring the different regions of pleasure while you moan," is something I will never ever send that to someone. Saying like, "If you beg, please mommy, well puppy, what a shame." If you hear me say words like sentences that come out of my mouth hole with those words, I would never ever do things like that. You know, more of the story is don't touch minors unless they're on an instrument.
Alright, so we're gonna be looking at some gotcha commentators. Like I said before.
So what have we learned? Furries are freaky, don't like kids, Suffolk County is a horrible FOIA system, and I don't think bro's beating the allegations. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one. And stay freaky. It's been 6 years of doing these minority reports, and I get nowhere. Please. I get nothing. I have a future cyborg mutated children. Just because it's the future.
doesn't mean labor laws don't exist. I'm calling out Chef.
Defense no. Vertical speed.